Hi, hello, and welcome back to Just Joe. I hope you all are doing well. I want to share something with you that's extremely embarrassing but happened yesterday. And hopefully, by me sharing this story, it might motivate some of you if you might have some of the issues that I did. Act proactively so you don't have to have it happen. So, yesterday morning, perfectly fine, and took my medications that I have to take, ate healthy food, didn't smoke, didn't do any drugs, didn't drink. Unfortunately, I ended up having panic attack, seizure, combination of both, where I vomited up a lot of blood and at the same time had a massive nosebleed, as well as blood coming out of my wingding and also blood coming out of my hoo-ha, all at the same time. Perfectly fine in the morning. Then, like an hour and a half or 2 hours later after I woke up, that's what happens. Shit happens sometimes. So, it took a little while and a lot of praying. And if it wasn't for my husband, who's there all the time to help me physically, mentally, and also spiritually, I probably would not have survived it. I know it sounds a little bit wonky or strange that I didn't just call 911, but after going to the emergency room 3 times in less than 6 months and no one being able to actually fix anything, it really doesn't make any sense to do that unless you can't walk, talk, speak, know your name, breathe, heart stops, what year it is, what your date of birth is, what your name is, who the president is. Then when those situations happen, that's an emergency situation. And this is not a boo-hoo Joseph thing. This is just reality. It happens to everybody. Sometimes people's bodies fail. No matter how much or how little money you have, some things are just not fixable. So you have to get used to it ahead of time. My advice would be that before all of those things add up, what you do is get all of your medical documents together. So get a little to-go bag like I have. All of your medical documents, all the things that you need just for one bag to go to the hospital. It makes it so much more simple. All of your doctor cards, your oncologist, hematologist, hepatologist, urologist, gastrologist, your gastro, neurologist. You get all those cards put together in the bag along with all the documents that you have that are the most current. So usually what it breaks down to is your last blood results. So that's the most important that I've learned. But put them all in a bag, keep it by the door or close to the door, because when you have an emergency situation, either EMS is going to pick you up or your husband or wife or a family member or neighbor are going to have to take you to the hospital of your preference. Personally, I like to go to HCA. They're all across the world and very prevalent down here in southern Florida. Instead of putting things off and thinking, oh, I have a nosebleed, it's because I have an allergy. Oh, my stomach hurts because I had too much Tabasco sauce. Oh, I have pain in my wingding and it's just because I crossed my legs the wrong way. Or whatever the thing is. You gotta accept the fact of whatever the issue is and try to address them as soon as possible before they all add up at once and then you are in an emergency situation, which is not what anybody deserves or wants to do. So that's my suggestion. Make certain that you have all of your medical documents in order, as well as your living will and your power of attorney for health, to go along with that, because those two documents are very important when you do go into the emergency. Because if you do have a situation happen where you become unconscious, unaware, and unable to speak or make sense, then either the hospital, wherever you are, or the doctors are going to make decisions for you without your consent, but that's because you're basically incapacitated. But if you have those documents in order, then at least you have an option for the person who loves you and cares about you, which luckily I have two people that care and love me very much. I'm not going to say their names, but the two of them are the reason why I'm still sticking around, I think. So I wanted to just share this video with you all and try to advise you in a fashion to make things just like on the realio. Very embarrassing, but sometimes shit does happen, and you got to figure out a way to work around it, and also stay positive, because the sooner that you push away all the negative, the more positive will come into you. So I'm very well aware of that, and it's something that a lot of people out there right now are just pushing out negative. Today, while I was doing something very simple, 3 different people all had horrible situations happen to them, and while talking with each one of them, their mood, their well-being, their happiness, their energy went from being negative to positive, because that's what we're all supposed to do. We're all supposed to lift each other up. If it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever the situation is, that's the best thing in the world, because that is your choice to go ahead and help somebody. And I don't know of any other real purpose of us being here besides to help each other. I mean, that's pretty much it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and if you want to become one of the credits that run down the side of the show, which I'm going to start doing soon, go ahead and do that. You can donate, sponsor, support, whatever word you want to use, just by going Joseph at mySouthernExposure.site. Go to Zelle, send some money, whatever amount that you can, whenever you can, or 954-531-4631. Same thing, it goes through Zelle, but just put in there your name and also that you want to be listed as one of the supporters. So some people might want to be private, some people might want to have credit. I'm not judging, so you can do either, or you could do both. So I can't work like physically with all the issues that I have, but I can still keep doing these videos when I am strong enough to do that. And I'm at like 9 minutes. I was supposed to keep this at 5, but apparently this one took a little bit longer. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about some other stuff. Hopefully, I don't know, in the next week or two, I'll switch from sharing the negative stuff to sharing the positive stuff. But you can't not acknowledge the negative stuff unless you do, and then things get better. So I hope this video strikes a chord with somebody that's watching, and thank you to my 250,000 followers. I greatly appreciate it. Just Joe here. Thank you very much for watching.